Good morning, guys. Only 6 members joined this session yet. Let's wait for a few more minutes and then we'll start the session. Meanwhile, any questions from your practice? Did you get a chance to look into that methods? Any queries in that? No questions? Even no recap is required. I think you completed your practice so far what we have discussed, right? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then what is the problem in responding to the question? Did you completed the practice or not?
Completed.
Any questions so far?
No, sir.
Is it very clear? There are no questions at all. Are you sure? Okay. What practice you have completed, Madhavi?
I just completed last sessions.
What is that? What we have discussed in the last session and what you have completed in your practice.
I just search into the Chrome that automation testing site.
What is that? Search into the
That sites are automation testing in register HTML site.
okay. What are the steps that you have completed in your practice? What is the exact functionality that you did?
It's register and maximize that windows.
what are the other methods we discussed apart from maximize the window?
Find element
Mm-hmm.
method.
Find element. Anything else?
Get method. Find element. Click.
Okay. Okay. So even one more person said they have completed. So who is that? Is it Koteshwara or someone else? Okay, we have one more assignment as well, predefined methods and predefined interfaces. So I'll start with one by one. So let's discuss about that assignment, because we have given lot of information and time related to that methods, right? So who has started working on predefined methods and interfaces? Let's start with Enamala Pratyusha. Uday Kiran Reddy. Eram Shetty Vamshi Shivagopi. I'm just calling out the names. Who can respond? They can respond. Otherwise, I'll skip and I'll move to the next person, and then I'll start with the next concept. Sai Krishna Divela. Pooja Edla. Nagaratnam Kalyanam. Madhavi. Predefined methods and predefined interfaces. What is the difference between those, and what are the list of predefined methods and predefined interfaces? Koteshwara Dulipala. Koteshwara. Not even single person completed the assignment, right? Even though we have a week of time. Yanmala Pratyusha. You want to talk?
Good morning, sir.
Yeah.
Predefined method and length, squirt, max, and print, sir.
Okay. Interfaces.
Interface, list, set, and print, sir.
What is it?
Predefined interfaces అంటే list, print, set, sir.
I think I'm getting a lot of disturbance from your end, Pratyusha. So you can let me know once your surroundings are clear. Ramya, you want to tell? Okay. This is our practice. I hope everyone understand, right? Okay, let's move on to other concept. Whenever you get a chance, go ahead and let me know. Then I'll continue with that concept. Otherwise, I'll move on to the next one, because the assignments are very important for you in order to understand the concept. If you are not going to perform, or if you are not going to go for any practice or assignments, then simply I'll leave it. I think Jyoti, you are available, right?
Yes.
So you heard everything what I said.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Then what is our expectation from this session?
What can we expect? They need to have that.
Not even
Sometime.
single person is responding to the question, but they're saying that it's audible and they completed the practice.
Yes.
I don't know how to, even if I want to continue with the next concept, I want to be very clear whether that candidate is able to complete the assignment or whether they are able to understand it completely or not. So when I can understand that particular area is when they completed the assignment or when they start the practice. So clearly said, automation is completely depending on the practice, not on the simple concepts that you are going to get. From day one onwards, I'm keep on telling you the same point. Manual testing is completely in the hands of process. We can understand it very easily, but automation is not like that. It is completely depending on the practice. Make sure you have lot of time, at least spend 30 to 40 minutes per day to complete your practice. Without practice, you cannot even get a single program. As part of the training, you'll get what are the concepts that are available in test automation, how can we automate the application, what are the process and procedures that we can follow in order to automate an application. These things you can get it, but when you work in the real time, you'll get the information. You can use the information what you have learned in your training, but when you work in the real time, there your real struggle gets started. In real time, sometimes let's say for example, simple example I'll tell you. Last session we discussed about these get methods, right? We discussed about get title, get current URL, get page source. If you have completed your practice, you'll come up with a point saying that get method and navigate both are same. You didn't completed your practice. It is clearly showing that you haven't completed yet. If I'm going to explain what is meant by navigate.forward, you won't be able to understand it very clearly. Why? Because get and navigate forward both work same. Whenever you work in the real time, you'll have a question mark what I need to use. Get or navigate forward or navigate backward or navigate. Which one I have to use? Without having that background knowledge, how can we use a predefined method? If we don't know how to use the predefined method, then how can we create the user defined method? Everything is interlinked here. It's a simple, straightforward question. Whatever the methods that we have listed down, it's a bare minimum thing that we need to get at least basic information. Anyone is doing job already? There are 11 people, 10 persons, right? Anyone is working already in this group? Or any other jobs or any other works or any still academic year is pending?
Yes, sir. I will do it in a recruiter job for 2 months.
No, right now I'm talking now.
No, no.
Fine. So I'll recap the session what we have discussed last week, and then I'll move forward with navigate methods. So let me know whatever the questions that you are having here, because I know what this test automation is going to deal with. Okay, I know what will be the what are the areas that you can ask me the questions? Even I understand it, but if you come up with those things, then I'll be able to understand, okay, you have completed your practice. If someone is saying that, okay, I'm going to use this one, I'm going to open the browser and I'm going to maximize it only, maximize it, and I'm going to minimize it. Did you try how to minimize the browser? Right? We have a lot of methods which we listed down here, right? So there are most of the interview point of view questions they'll ask you on these predefined methods only. How you are going to use this and all. If we don't know how to use these methods, then finally we ended up with gone, completely gone. So test automation always starts with a simple concept, which is nothing but element or locator. Element or locator. Without elements or locators, we cannot even design a single script. That's what we discussed in the last session. And after that, we started working on Selenium WebDriver methods. So we have 8 types of elements or locators, maybe 1 or 2 added with the latest version of Selenium server. But out of which 8 are the common ones which are in our which are completely in our scope. So one is ID, XPath, CSS, class name, link text, partial link text, and tag name. And we need to understand where we which locator we have to use at which condition. Okay, ID where we can use, XPath where we can use, CSS where we can use, class name, link text, and partial link text, and tag name. We cannot use all the locators at once, and we cannot use different locators for a single element. Right? If we want to enter some first name, or if we want to click on some button, we cannot use ID and class name or tag name. We can use either one. Either you can go with ID, or you can go with XPath, or you can go with any one of the locator in this particular list. Like that, we started understanding the list of predefined Selenium WebDriver methods. Predefined Selenium WebDriver methods. This Selenium WebDriver method starts with get method first. So under this get methods, we have multiple things. One is get title, get current URL, get page source, get window handle, and get window handles. What is mean by get method? So we have defined few steps where we want to design one particular automation test case, how to open a browser, or how to pass the URL, and how to capture the title of the page, or how to capture the URL of that particular website and all. We have listed on few steps here. So those are listed here. Open the browser and pass the URL, capture the title of the page, click on any button, capture the current URL, capture the title of the page, and capture page source. These are the initial steps that we discussed. In order to understand how these steps are going to work, so in order to open the browser and pass the URL, we created one sample program, out of which we started with open browser, which will deal with system property. So here we are going to provide system.set property, webdriver.chrome.driver, and we are going to give the path where that Chrome driver.exe file is going to be placed. So I hope everyone remember what are the libraries or what are the drivers required to configure Selenium into your Eclipse. This is the Eclipse which can be used to design the automation script. So into this Eclipse, so we need to configure Selenium libraries. So first you have to download 3 libraries. One is Selenium Server, second one is Selenium Java, and third one is Chrome driver. Maybe Chrome driver is not required for the latest version Selenium 4.1.2 because it is already available under Selenium Java library itself. But still, if you want to maintain it separately, you can download the driver. One note point here is whenever you are downloading Chrome driver, make sure your Chrome version. So if you can go to Chrome update help about Google Chrome, you can see the version 108. So you need to download Chrome driver 108 version only. So download that and you need to configure that to Eclipse. So in order to configure to Eclipse, right click on your project, build path, configure build path. If you can click on libraries and select the class path and add external jars. If you want to add all the jars, click on add external jars and add all the libraries what you have downloaded and placed in your system folder. So once you added all the libraries and click on apply, you can see this referenced folder jar file. One folder will be created. After creating this one, you can create a program. Inside that, I started with system property. This will open the Chrome browser. In order to open that, first we need to give the path of that exe file, and then we have to create an object for the Chrome driver. We have to create an object for the Chrome driver, because all the actions, whatever you are going to perform through test automation script, will be on the browser only. So that's the reason first we are going to consider browser itself as an object. So in order to consider that as an object, we are going to create WebDriver driver is equals to new Chrome driver as an object. Here the object name is driver. So as I mentioned, whatever the actions that you are going to perform in the browser, you need to give the browser name. That's the reason we are considering browser also as an object. Whatever the object name that you are going to provide, the same object name you have to use throughout the program. You have to use throughout the program. If you want to see, you can see it. Suppose I'm going to change the browser object name. So I have given ABD. You can see all the errors here. If you place the cursor, you can see the error as well. Create local variable, create field, change driver to java.sql, change driver action, fix project setup. That means it is expecting this driver object to be created. Driver object to be created. But as of now, our object name is ABD. If you want to change it again, you can change it. Driver. Suppose I'm going to enter ABD here. You can see error here itself because ABD is not created anywhere. ABD is not created anywhere. So either you need to change it to the original driver name or original browser name, browser object name, or else you have to create another browser object with the name called ABD. So either one you have to follow. So first step that we have done is open the browser. After opening the browser, we have entered the URL. Once we entered the URL, we maximize the browser by using maximize method. Here we have used three methods. One is manage, second one is window, third one is maximize. What is manage, what is window, and what is maximize? We are managing the driver in order to managing in the sense we are performing some actions in the browser, not in the application level, but in the browser level. So driver.manage.window, where we are performing on the browser window. What action we are going to perform? Maximizing the browser. So that's the reason we have given driver.manage.window.maximize. And then we are going to capture the title of the page. We are going to capture the title of the page. So how to capture the title of the page? Just you can give driver.getTitle, but if you want to print it, you have to store that particular value into one of the variable. So here title is the variable. So string title is equals to, string is a data type. String is a data type. So string title is equals to driver.getTitle. So whatever the title that we are going to get it, so that will be stored in this variable. So once we have that variable, once we have that value into this variable, we are going to print it. System.out.println. So it's a general program that we have designed. Now we have another set of method. Right now I'm not explaining about get window handle and handles because we have a concept called frames. Okay, whenever we discussed about that, I'll discuss about window handle and window handles. Okay. Next, navigate methods. So here I have to add one more. Okay. So navigate to, navigate forward and navigate backward. What is this navigate to, navigate forward and navigate backward? So navigate dot to is similar to get method only. Similar to get method only. But I'm saying similar, not the same. Not both are equal. If both are equal, then why we have two different predefined methods here? So there is a similarity. Okay, whenever you are using get method, the application page will get loaded. Whenever you use navigate.to, the application URL can be navigate to so and so website. So here, whenever you are using navigate.to, you can navigate from one page to another page and another page to another page. But whenever you enter into get, it will try to get the information whatever you have given in the URL only. It will not navigate from one page to another page or something like that. It won't go for navigation part. It will just try to render whatever it will try to pull the information whatever we have on the given URL. That's it. Get means only to get the information. Navigate means it can get and it can navigate to other page as well. It can navigate to other page as well. So likewise, we have a method called navigate to. So even if you use get and even if you are going to use navigate.to, both works similar. So I'm going to create another program. Right click on the source, go to new, click on class. I'm just giving to navigate instead of to navigate. I'm just giving navigate example. Okay. So for time being, I'm just copying the same first two steps. Now you can see instead of get, can we use navigate? I'm just using that. Okay, I have given the URL. Running the program now. Chrome browser started successfully. See, it navigates this URL and it maximizes the browser. Right? So even get and navigate both works same, but we have another set of methods under navigate. Navigate forward and navigate backward. What is navigate forward and navigate backward? Okay, let's see that as well. So navigate forward. Navigate forward means it will move one step forward. Navigate backward means it will move one step backward. So even in the web page also, it will move forward to one page, next page, and it will move backward to the previous page. Only one step. It will not jump from one page to another page, which is after 10 pages. No. From this page to next step, whatever the action that you are going to perform. And it will be back to the original screen whenever you pass backward. So let me execute this program once again to make it very clear in understanding this navigate forward and backward. I clicked on run. If you can observe this window, execution window, yeah, here you pass the URL and this browser back arrow is enabled and front arrow is disabled. So manually we can click on this back arrow. It will navigate back to this particular page. But if you want to move forward, you have to click on this button, or else you have another option where you can click on web table. Okay, it navigates to this page. Click on backward and then click on forward and then close your browser. So navigate forward and navigate backward both can be used in order to move forward and backward only for one step. So we need to click on any icon, right? So already we have used web table to click on that. No, yeah, we have. Okay, we clicked on this one and then driver dot navigate dot okay. So you can see I'm going to run this one. It clicks on that web table, it navigates back to the previous page and it will move forward to this page again. Yeah, it will navigate backward and it will move forward to this page and it was stopped. This is how it works in the real time. Any questions so far?
Back and
For
backward is same.
Anyone?
Sir, explain us again.
Okay. So here we are using navigate. Instead of get method, we are using navigate. So get is used to pull the information. Navigate is used to navigate. That means you can even redirect to that particular web page. So for both the purpose, you can use navigate. There are couple more methods which are under navigate. One is navigate forward and navigate backward. Navigate forward is something like where you can move one step forward in the web page. Navigate backward is where you can move one step backward in your web page web URL that you have configured. Okay, so in order to move forward and in order to move backward, we have a method called navigate.backward, navigate.back and navigate.forward. So to understand this, first we need to understand the functionality. So to understand the functionality, here is the website that we have used. Where it is. Yeah, this is the one which we have used. Initially, we have loaded this page and we clicked on web table. It navigates to this web table page. You can see that URL is being changed. And then we clicked on navigate.backward. That means it navigates back to register page. And then we clicked on forward button. It navigates back to web table page. Only one step, not multiple steps. It won't navigate. It will navigate only one step forward and one step backward. All this functionality we can automate it by using navigate.back and navigate.forward. I'm executing it one more time. You can see it. See, the execution is moving very fast, so that's the reason you will not be able to see forward and backward. But if you have an error, if we have an error, you can see that error here. We don't have, right? So it is moving forward and backward, where this execution is going to get completed within time.
Okay, sir.
Anyone else? Anyone is having questions?
Back and backward doing same actions, sir.
What is that?
Back and backward. You write driver dot navigate dot back.
As a text, I have written backward, but in general, methods wise, we have only back in the uh, set that we are having in Selenium suite that we are having.
Okay.
I can write it as back. Okay. Both are same. Now, click, clear, close, quit. What is meant by click? What is meant by clear? What is meant by close? And what is meant by quit? In our, we know what is meant by click already. So whenever we have button or hyperlink or any check boxes or any radio buttons, if we want to select that, we can make use of method called click. Here we have already used, which is nothing but we are clicking on this web table. Okay. So apart from click, we have clear, close, and quit. What is clear? What is close? And what is quit? Clear means if we enter any of the any information in any of the input fields like text field or text area or any comment section or description, if we enter some data, if we want to clear it, whatever the data that we have entered, if we want to clear it, we can make use of clear. Generally, this clear method is can be used for date pickers. Most of the cases, most of the functionalities wherever we are having date, wherever we are going to select date in the application, there we are going to use this option called clear. Here it is a drop down, maybe it's not required, but still if we want to make it if you want to clear the data, existing data, and if you want to re-enter it again, you can make use of clear method. So I'm going to consider this field now in order to use the concept of send keys and clear. Let's see how can we use this. Right click on the field, click on inspect. You can see here input type is equals to text, placeholder is equals to first name, class this one, ng model first name, and then required. So this is the one we have. I'm using class name. Okay, see how I'm going to design the script by using that class name. I'm going to enter some data in that first name field. I'm removing this one. I'm not going to click on anything now. Enter first name in first name field, driver dot find element by dot class name, and this is the class name dot send keys. That means it's an input field where I'm trying to enter the data. So first name I'm going to enter automation. Now I'm going to clear the data what I have entered in that particular field. In order to clear, again I have to find out the same class name. I cannot just give clear without providing the locator. Okay, you can see this one. I'm executing the script. Excuse me. Maximizing the browser. It is going to enter some first name, whatever we passed. If it is not able to find out that locator, it will throw an error. Yes, we have an error. You can see invalid selector exception. Compound class name not permitted. That means this class name is not visible, even though we are seeing it physically here, but this cannot be used. This cannot be used. Then what will be the next option? What will be the next option that we have? We have to use. Okay, let me create one XPath for this. Where it is? Okay. /input, @. See, I have given this one. I'm going to use this XPath in the program. Again, I have to use the same thing whenever I'm clearing the data because it won't accept the class name again. Now you can, we have an issue spelling. You can execute the script. Close the earlier one. Even you can close this. Yeah, running this one. Why still we have an issue? No. And still it is not considering. Let me try with another XPath. Let us try executing this one. I just started. See, if you can see this one, I'll show you one second. The data entered and cleared. $2000 means it's a 2000 milliseconds, which is equals to 2 seconds. I'm just holding the script for 2 seconds in order to see whether the data has entered or not. I'm running the script again. You can see the data will be entered and it will be cleared from that field. Open the browser, passing the URL, maximizing it. It will enter the first name. You can observe it clearly, automation, and it will, right? Understood how the clear works? Any questions? Okay, we discussed about click and clear. Now we have close and quit. One of the most important interview point of view question. What is the difference between close and quit? Okay, so I'm going to use driver.close. You can see the action of close and quit is same. Driver.close. I'm using close for the first time. I'm running the script and you can see the browser. Am I audible now? Is it for everyone?
Sir, audible.
Okay. So first step is I'm going to open the browser, passing the URL, maximizing the browser, entering the first name, and we can clear the first name, and then we are going to close the browser. So I am using driver.close now, because here driver is nothing but it's a browser name again, browser object name. So that's the reason I'm closing the browser. So I have to give the browser name. Running the script. It will start the browser. Maximize the browser, entering the data, clearing the data, and close the browser. Right? If I'm going to use quit, you can see what is the action it is going to perform. The same action it will perform, but what is the difference between close and quit? I started the browser. Open the browser. Executing it one more time. Maximizing the browser. Clearing the data and close the browser. What is the difference between close and quit now? Anyone? What is that?
To exit from the group.
From the group.
From the application.
Okay, then what is close? Fine, I'll let you know. Here we haven't discussed about this get window handle and get window handle set, right? So this concept is basically whenever you open multiple windows like this. I have opened 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 tabs are opened in this single browser window. Okay, whenever you open 9 tabs, so how you are going to control? Okay, how you are going to use all this, how you are going to use the active window, how you are going to use the functionality in let's say for example, I want to use sixth tab. So how can you use this sixth tab? So in order to handle all these things, we have a concept called get window handle and get window handles. If you want to handle multiple windows at a time, get window handles. If you want to handle only single window, then it will be get window handle only. Now coming back to the point, close and quit. Why we are discussing, why we are linking this close and quit to get window handle here? Okay, close is nothing but whenever you are using close, current active window will be closed. So out of these 9, this register, this demo.automation testing browser is being opened. This is the current active window. If you are going to use close, then this will be closed. If you are going to use quit, the complete browser will be closed. Close can be used to terminate the current active window. Quit can be used to terminate the complete browser. I'm going to write that statement because this is very important question for the interview. Can be used to terminate the current active window. Can be used to terminate the complete browser. Irrespective of number of tabs open in the browser. Right? This is the difference between close and quit. Any questions? Can be used to click on button, link, checkbox, radio button, select the value from the drop down, and so on. Clear. Can be used to clear the data entered in the fields. Can be used to enter the data in the application. Other way, it can be used for actions performed in keyboard. That means even if you want to enter the data, you are using keyboard only, right? Clicking on some text that will be entered, and whatever the keyboard actions also, you can click on enter button, you can click on space, you can click on tab button, you can click on number lock, you can click on you can have the uppercase letters, lowercase letters. All these browser actions can be performed by using this, by using send case. Can be used to find the single element on the web page. Can be used to find multiple elements on the web page which can perform same action on all the multiple elements. Okay. Can be used to navigate one step back on the web page. Just give me a moment, guys. So am I audible now?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Can
Yes, sir.
use to navigate one step forward on the web page. Can be used to navigate to any URL can be used to fetch the details on the web page. Can be used to of the page can be used to capture the page source HTML content of the web page. Can be used to handle the single window of the browser. Can be used to handle the multiple windows of the browser, right? Can be used to validate if the can be used to validate if the button or field or link or checkbox or radio button or any other validate if the radio button, if the button, field, link, checkbox, radio button are in enable mode before performing the action. Okay, so the same thing. The same thing can be used for this one, just to validate if field or button or is displaying before performing the action. Is selected, can be used to validate if the button, okay, is selected as per the functionality, right? So any questions from this list? Whatever we have, we are pending with the get window handle, get window handles, and then find elements is enabled, is displayed, and is selected. Total 6. So we'll start with find elements now. So rest we will discuss about whenever we are discussing about the conditions based. So one set of functionality we are going to design. There we will discuss about the remaining ones, how to handle the windows, how to handle the frames, and how to handle whether it is enabled or not, how to check that, and all we will see it. Okay, first I will start with find element. Apart from these, anyone have any questions on these 4 get methods, navigate, and this one send keys, find element, click, clear, close, and quit?
Yes, sir. While writing the program, they were
Mhm.
showing the Driver cannot be resolved as any type.
Where? In which step?
I'm not talking about this method, sir.
No, I understand your question. Whenever you are defining the browser or where it is showing, it is not resolved as a WebDriver is not as a resolved method.
As an imports and WebDriver equals to node Chrome driver.
Okay.
There
So where you have added the libraries, in module path or in class path?
in module in class path, sir.
So here you have added your Selenium libraries.
In class path, yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, you have added where it is showing the error. Here.
On error, there's there and top in imports.
Try to give those libraries in your module path. Uncheck.
Module path.
Try to give. If it is working, then go ahead and give the same in module path. So continue with your work. If it is still having issue, let me know. I'll resolve that issue. Because the module path and the class path both are like how you are going to configure, whether it is at class level or whether it is at module level. That is how it works. Okay, so for me, I'm going to use class path only, because for each and every class, I'm going to import that.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so try to
Can I remove all those class path?
Yes, yes. You have to remove all the libraries under class path, and you have to configure that under module path.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Sir, again one question.
Yeah.
You go back to the previous window, sir. In
Okay.
Java.
Mm-hmm.
So there will be Chrome driver Windows 32, no, sir, on system.set property.
Mm-hmm.
We are not getting that Chrome driver exe file, sir. To
No,
upload.
see. No, you are not getting means in you downloaded it to your system, or how it will be?
I was downloaded.
Okay, you have Chrome driver.exe in your local system in one of the folder,
Yes, sir.
right? Two options here. Either you can enter this Chrome driver.exe manually. Okay, manually you can enter Chrome driver.exe, whatever the name that you have for this .exe file, same uppercase. If uppercase is there, you have to enter uppercase. If lowercase is there, you have to enter lowercase. Whatever the name might be, you have to enter it manually. Second option is, I know everyone will get confused here, so but that's your choice how to configure that. So basically, whenever you place your cursor here, okay, whenever you place your cursor here, at the end of this path, just enter slash. This one.
Yes.
Once you enter slash, every candidate will do the same thing. You are going to select this one and you are going to click on enter button.
Okay.
If you click on enter button, you cannot copy the path. Just select this one. If you click on down arrow button in your keyboard and select the path.
Okay.
You should not hit the enter button. If you hit the enter button, what will happen? It will try to execute that exe file.
Okay.
Manually, it will try to execute the exe file. You are not executing that exe file. You are just trying to copy the path. Again, let me show you again. So place your cursor here. Place your cursor here. Enter /. You can see the path which is at the bottom of that drop down. Click on down arrow button in your keyboard. You can see the complete path and select everything and Control C. Suppose if you have another file, let me show you. I'm just giving text document. Okay, you have another file here. Suppose if you place the cursor here and enter /, you can see both file names here. Right now, maybe I have opened this long back, so that's the reason it is not showing. You can see both file names here, but you need Chrome driver.exe. Only select Chrome driver.exe, copy the path and place it in your script. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Or else copy till this Chrome driver underscore win32, and in your script give / manually and enter Chrome driver.exe manually.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so
Okay.
there are only two ways. You should not click on enter button. You should not hit the enter button whenever you select the path.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions?
Sir, in today's program, can you explain again the find element, how to write a div,
How
I-
to write?
the text element, automation text?
I didn't understand. Find element, till find element I'm able to understand. What is the next question that you have?
Today programs.
Okay,
That's find element by XPath HTML body. How to write that?
this one, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. What is meant by XPath?
It defines source and destination of web page.
Right? It defines the source and destination of that particular element on a web page. Okay, simply we define the path where we can reach the destination on the web page is nothing but XPath. How many types of XPaths are there?
Two types.
Okay, what are those?
Absolute XPath and
One is absolute XPath, second one is relative XPath. Absolute XPath is something like where you can reach the exact place or exact locator on a web page. Relative XPath is something like where it can be considered as an approximate location of that element on the web page. Right, that's the difference between absolute and relative XPath, and the physical difference will be absolute XPath will have single slash and relative XPath will have double slash. Right, we have single slash here, that's the reason we are calling this as a absolute XPath. If we have double slash, then that can be called as a relative XPath. How can we write this one? How can we write this one? If you can go to the web page, okay, I have written that XPath for this first name field, right? Right click here, click on inspect. Right? So you need to rewind the definition of XPath again here. So XPath is nothing but the path where we can reach the destination. Destination means this is the destination for us now. First name field is the destination, right? Now, what is the source here? This starting point will be considered as a source. On top of the screen, this starting point will be considered as a source. From here to here, technically, whatever the tags or whatever the code that we have in between from the starting point to this particular first name, we are going to consider that as a XPath. Okay, so here if we are very well expertised and we know how to design the XPath, means we can write it manually. Otherwise, there is a second option called where we can download the add-on to the Chrome browser and we can get the XPath from there. That's the second option. But first option is if we are expertise, we can write it manually. How can we write it manually? Go here. Okay, this is the place. This input type is equals to text, where this highlighted blue color highlighted one is the XPath for HTML code for this first name. Right, if I'm going to select this one, first name field is going to get highlighted. This is the HTML code for this first name field, right? Are you getting my
Yes, sir.
point?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Now,
sir.
now maximize this one. You can see it starts with HTML, and then head tag will be there, and then body tag will be there. Inside body header will be there. Inside header section will be there. Inside section dev will be there. Inside dev again dev will be there. Again dev will be there. Again form dev input. You can go here and you can see it. HTML body section. You have HTML and head tag should not be counted. HTML body section, right? And then dev1, dev2. What is dev1 here? This is one. This is the first dev tag opened, and this is the first dev tag opened, and under this second div tag opened. So that's the reason dev1, dev2. And then form1, dev1. Here is the form1, dev1, again dev1 input. Here 1, 2, this 1 and 2 numbers are representing which tag it has been opened. Is this the first tag opened or second tag opened? Do you understand my point?
Yes, sir.
So HTML, HTML1, body 1, section 1, dev 1, again
Dev.
dev 1, dev 2,
Dev 2.
again form 1, again dev 1, again dev 1 input. Right? Likewise, let us try to find out it for last name. Okay.
Okay.
Let's go to last name. This is the last name one. Okay. If you want to write XPath for that last name, see here, slash HTML. This is the one. Again slash HTML. Next body section. Body 1, section 1, dev 1, dev 1. Body 1, section 1, dev 1,
Dev 1.
dev 1,
Dev.
dev 1, dev 2, form 1, dev 1, dev 2, form 1, div 1, and then div 1, div 1, input 1. Oh, is it? No, this is not the one. This cannot be used. Dev 1, dev 2, and input 1. Right? What is the previous one which we have used? You can just copy and paste it here and you can see the difference. This is for the first name XPath and this is last name XPath. You can see HTML1, body 1, section 1, div 1, div 1, div 2, form 1, div 1. Here div 1, this is the first tag, and then here div 2. This is the second div tag we are using for last name. This is for first name. This is for last name. Right?
Yes.
There are 3 ways to write the XPath. I cannot say number of ways, but more frequently used ways I can say. One is if you are expertise to write, you can write it manually. Second one is you already aware of this Selenium IDE. You can see this XPath in Selenium IDE. You can record the script. In the drop down, you can see in the target drop down, you can see the XPath. Second one. Third one is the worst case. In real time, you cannot have this access to use CrowPath basically. But I'm just telling you there is an add-on called CrowPath. Let me show you. Right click here inspect, I have added that crow path into my Chrome browser. So that's the reason I'm going to show you directly. This is the crow path here. If you click on this, you can see relative XPath, CSS, absolute XPath, and tag name. How can you get this crow path? Are you able to see this crow path? Bottom of the screen, styles, computed layout, event listeners, DOM breakpoints, properties, accessibility, crow path. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this can be downloaded from crow path for Chrome. If you can hit this, already it is there in my browser. So it will display like remove from browser, but you don't have it, right? You can see why sign in is required. Okay, maybe if you can log into your Google account, then you can see that crow path, I guess. Okay, like this, it will display crow path. You can add it, add as an extension. You'll have an option, click on that. That will be added to your browser like this. If you can go to extension, this will be the crow path. Or else if you inspect the element, right click here, inspect it. You can see this as a, this crow path here. Right? Understand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So any questions so far? Okay, now we'll see a sample example for tag name. Sorry, find elements and tag name. Okay, so I'm going to create another class.
Sir,
Yes.
sir,
Your voice is breaking. Your voice is breaking.
hello, sir. Are you audible, sir?
It is still breaking. Yeah, continue. I'll try to understand.
Last program I have a 16th and some issues, sir.
Last program.
In 16th line I have some issues, sir.
In 16th line, this one.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So web developer is click on a imported method, sir.
Okay, I understand. If you listen, another person also asked the same question. Maybe you're not aware of that. I don't know. So I asked him to configure your libraries to module path instead of class path. Just change the libraries to module path and try it out. Go to configure build path, and whatever the libraries that you have here, remove here and add it to module path. Is that the same question that you asked? Hello?
Hello.
Is that the same question that you asked?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can change it to module path and let me know. If you guys are still facing the same issue, I'll try to figure out. Okay, because
Yes.
there are two possibilities. One is either with class path or with module path. While creating a project also, it depends on your configuration only. So that's the reason I'm asking you to change your libraries to module path and check it once.
So it's a web driver is a important method is a game, sir, but Chrome driver is not imported, not get the, sir.
Did you give the correct path?
Not sure, sir.
Did you
I will
give
show you.
this right a proper case? C should be uppercase, D should be uppercase.
Okay, okay, sir. Okay, okay.
See, it's a case sensitive, guys. So you cannot give all the text in your format. It should be a case sensitive. Always this WebDriver W should be uppercase, D should be uppercase, and Chrome driver C should be uppercase and D should be uppercase. Even other person also try this one. If you have missed this one, try this and then go for module path. Otherwise, don't go for module path.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so find elements example. I'm copying the same thing for time being. Now I want to find out how many input tags, input fields are there in this web page. How many input fields are there in this web page? In order to find out, I am creating one variable input string input is equals to driver dot find. I'm trying to find out multiple elements here. So that's the reason I'm using find elements by dot tag name. Tag name is input I'm giving. I'm going to keep it in quotations. Oh, sorry, it should be list. Because multiple elements it is going to find out, right? So it should be list. Okay, sys out. I'm giving the list of input fields on the web page are plus input. If we execute this program, all the input fields will be listed in the output. I haven't given close the browser. No input fields. I think maybe tag name is incorrect. Let me check the tag name. No input fields. What is this twist? I'm re-executing the same script again. See, you can see this one now. Input, tag name, input. You can have this fields, tag name, input. That means these many fields are there on that particular page. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12 input fields are there on that web page. You can, if possible, we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think 9, 10, 11, 12. Maybe these two are drop downs. Remaining are all are input fields. Confirm password is input field. Password is input field. Date, 3 fields are there. 5. Select country 6. And then languages 7. Phone number 8. Email address 9. Address 10. First name 11. And then last name 12. 12 input fields are available on the page. Understand, if we want to figure out multiple elements, then you have to make use of find elements, and that common thing will be tag name. If you want to find out hyperlinks on the web page, if you want to find out checkboxes on the web page, you can change the tag name here. It's a simple thing. Right? Any questions? Is it clear, or any questions? Fine. So we are pending with is displayed, is enabled, and is selected, and get window handle and get window handles. In tomorrow's session, we will continue with is enabled, is displayed, and is selected, and few more advanced methods which are not listed here. We are going to talk about drag and drop. We are going to talk about drop down value selection, and we are going to talk about click and hold. We are going to talk about right click. We are going to talk about keyboard actions, what we are going to perform. So all these things we are going to start from tomorrow's session. Tomorrow, first hour will be for the script designing part. I'll show you how to design the script on this entire page, and how to click on submit button, and how to enter the text, and how to select the radio button, how to select the checkbox. All these things we will see it in tomorrow's first hour session, and then we'll continue with the advanced things. Again, repeating the same point, guys. Continue with your practice. Don't stop. Complete your assignments. Then only you'll be able to avoid confusions or silly mistakes what you are going to perform. Otherwise, it will keep on repeating from your point of view, or in your bucket. It will always be there, pending work and everything. Okay, make sure you are going to practice it continuously, and let me know if you have any questions. And note point, we have a session on Saturday and Sunday. If possible, we are going to have 2 sessions on Saturday and 1 session, 2 sessions on Saturday and 1 session is on Sunday. And as usual, from Monday to Friday next week.
Okay, sir.
Okay, make sure you are going to plan your works accordingly on Saturdays and Sundays. You'll have lot of important things that we are going to discuss, and mostly I'll try to cover as many concepts as possible on Saturdays and Sundays, because weekdays we'll have our I have my office work and all, so I'll try to make sure to cover most of the things on Saturdays and Sunday. Okay. Thank you, guys. Have a nice day. Bye.
Thank you.